Test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Piedmont, Oklahoma, where the Noble Bears are about to take on the Carl Albert Titans in the first round, first game of the 5A Clash here in Piedmont. So Bears come in at 21-6 on the year. Carl Albert 22-5. So two very evenly matched teams on paper, and Bears starting the freshman Weston Randolph on the mound tonight. Weston last pitched last Friday at Broken Arrow and got the win, went 5 innings. It was his first start of the year on the mound. Got the win against Edmond Memorial. So Randolph gets the start today, this morning, against Carl Albert. So the Bears give you their lineup around the horn here. Third baseman, senior Colin Thomas. Shortstop will be Kason Anglin. The second baseman today will be Jake Williams. And at first, Colin Fisher. Of course, Randolph pitching. Behind the plate is Trevor Hand, Jr. Left to right, it's Golish in left, Bryson Carey in center, and Knight in right field. And we're about ready to get underway here from Piedmont, Oklahoma. So wind blowing pretty hard, pretty stiff wind from kind of the left field foul pole toward the right field foul pole. So crosswind on the field today. So first batter up for Carl Albert is going to be Cash Ferris, the Carl Albert right fielder. So Randolph 3-0 on the year on the mound, only the one start, 2.55 ERA. First pitch he misses high, ball one. So we're underway here, and there's a breaking pitch that Ferris fouls back out of play to the right. 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, Randolph 3-0. This is his 5th game on the mound this year. Just the 1 start. That curveball misses away. 2 balls, 1 strike. So Bears coming off a loss to Elgin 6-4 after beating Elgin 2-0 Monday, and sitting at second place, tied with Duncan for second in District 5A2. Carl Albert 1 game back of Piedmont in District 5A1, I believe. Both these teams certainly state tournament quality. There's another foul ball back. Count is full to Cash Ferris. So full count, here's the pitch, and that ball is strike 3 on the outside corner. Spotted it up, and that's 1 away. It's going to bring up Sammy Gonzalez, the Carl Albert third baseman. Teams played in common so far this year. No Edmond Memorial last Friday. Carl Albert beat them by 1 in extra innings, and the Bears won. There's a pop-up on the first pitch, and that's in shallow right field. Devin Knight's got it for the second out. 2 down, first pitch there. So Bears won against Edmond Memorial 6-2. Carl Albert won in extra innings. I believe the score was 5-4. So it brings up 3-hole hitter Brody Henson, the second baseman for Carl Albert. So 2 outs here. Curveball in there, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. The 0-1 pitch, fastball just off the corner, maybe a bit low, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 2 out here, top of the first from Piedmont, Oklahoma. That ball's fouled back out of play to the right. And Randolph's ahead, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Curveball down in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Brody Henson. Carl Albert, second baseman. On deck, Tanner Norman. 2-2 pitch. Fastball high. Runs it to full. So the second hitter of the inning here to run the count to full. Randolph comes set. And boy, just missed just outside for ball 4. Good spot, but not on 3-2. So that brings up Tanner Norman, first baseman for Carl Albert, left-hand hitter. So Bryson Carey shifts into right center for Norman. High ball 1 from Randolph. Throw over to first, and Henson back in plenty of time. Getting a pretty good lead over there. Here's the pitch. He's not going, and that ball's popped out of play toward third baseline. 1 ball, 1 strike. Got in on the hands a little bit there. 1 ball, 1 strike. So this is the first game of the 5A Clash. Tomorrow the Bears will play, I believe, Midwest City and Sapulpa. And they've got him picked off at first, and Fisher running him towards second, and Anglin puts the tag on him for the out. So nice pickoff move there by Randolph, and well handled. Bears 1 throw. 1 throw on the tag. That's what you want. So no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. And we're going to the bottom of the first. It's Carl Albert nothing. Bears coming to bat. We'll be back after this at noblebears.tv. Welcome back to Piedmont, Oklahoma. This is Randy Kersey with NobleBears.tv, where the Bears retired Carl Albert without incident in the first, and Bears coming to bat here in the bottom of the first. And the Bears will batting order will be Bryson Carey leading off, center fielder. Weston Randolph, the pitcher, will hit second. Colin Fisher at first will hit third. Knight will be in right field, hitting cleanup. Kason Anglin at shortstop will hit 5th. Trevor Hand, 6th, the catcher. Colin Thomas at 3rd. Carter Golish in left. And Jake Williams will hit 9-hole. And Jake's playing second base today. And on the hill for Carl Albert is a lefty, Jackson Fixico. And Carey stands in. Here's the first pitch, outside, ball 1. So Carl Albert went 3 up, 3 down in a sense. The third hitter walked but was picked off first. There's a good curveball, catches that outside corner, 1-1 to Carey. Bryson comes in. There's another pitch, and that's down. 2 balls, 1 strike. Carey comes in hitting .385. 30 for 78 on the year, scored 35 runs this year. There's a fastball right down there, right down the main street. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Bryson Carey. So here's the 2-2 pitch from Fixico, and that bounces. So 3-2. Bryson has also worked 23 walks this year. So he has a .533 on-base percentage. And there's ball. Oh, he calls strike 3 on the outside corner. So that brings up Weston Randolph.
Number 21, Weston Randolph.
Randolph comes in at .320 on the year, 11 RBIs. Here's the first pitch from Fixico, swing and a miss to Randolph. On deck, Colin Fisher. No balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch, and that's way outside. 1-1 to Randolph. Playing him shaded to right field is the center fielder, and he fouls that one back out of play over the Bear dugout. Bears on the first base side today. Carl Albert on the third base side. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Center field is shaded way over into right center. There's a ground ball to second base, and Henson up with it. Tosses it to Norman for the out.
Randolph grounds out 4-3 for out number 2.
So 2 down.
Brings to the plate first baseman.
Brings up
number
Colin
18,
Fisher.
Colin Fisher.
Colin leading the Bears in all offensive categories, .436 average, 8 homers, 37 RBIs. And he takes strike 1. No balls, 1 strike, and ball misses away. So Carl Albert, second baseman, 4 or 5 steps back on the grass there, or the green, artificial surface here. There's a ball in the dirt, 2 balls and 1 strike to Fisher. And center fielder shaded into right center as well. Shortstop pretty much playing straight away, so kind of a modified shift here for Fisher. Swing and a miss on a ball that had a lot of sink on it there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ball misses away. Runs the count to full. 2 out here in the bottom of the first. We're scoreless from Piedmont, Oklahoma. And Fisher fouls that out of play over the third base dugout. We'll do 3-2 again. So here's the 3-2 pitch, and it's outside, ball 4, and Fisher draws the walk, the 2-out walk. So both teams get 2 outs and then walk the 3-hole hitter. Here comes number 3, Devin Knight. Devin had a good day against, had a good 2 games against Elgin. Of course, homered in the, hit a 2-run homer to get the Bears back in that. They were trailing 4-1, and he's got 4 home runs on the year. There's a hard ground ball to right. It's through the right side. Fisher will hold at second. Ball pretty well hit. Got out there in a hurry. Fisher not having a chance to go first to third. So first pitch swinging is Devin Knight, and he lines it to right, or hard grounder to right through the right side. Brings up Anglin. Anglin had 2 doubles Tuesday night against Elgin. And Kaysen comes in at .263, 18 RBIs on the year. So first and second, 2 out. Bears threatening. There's a ball that breaks down on a way, taken for ball 1. On deck, Trevor Hand, the catcher. Ball 2 outside. So again, Carl Albert shading heavily to right field, in the right center. The center fielder out there, Novotny. There's 3 balls and no strikes. So England probably taking here 3-0. Like to load the bases up for Trevor Hand. Here's the pitch, and that's away, and the bases are loaded indeed. So 2 quick outs, then a walk, a single, and another walk, and the bases are loaded. And that brings up Trevor Hand, the Bear catcher, the junior. Trevor comes in hitting .388, so good man to have at the plate here. Trevor, 20 RBIs on the year. So Fixico comes set with the bases loaded. And there's a chop foul. So Fisher on third after drawing the walk. Knight at second with a single. And then Kason Anglin drew the 4-pitch walk, and he's at first. Bears threatening here in the bottom of the first with 2 out. Hand takes ball 2, or ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ball just missed outside. And another foul ball. So 1-2. So bases loaded. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Trevor Hand at the plate. On deck, Colin Thomas, senior. Ball misses in. Runs the count to 2 balls, 2 strikes to Hand. Ball misses away. And Hand has run the count full with the bases loaded here. So Jackson Fixico, the lefty for Carl Albert. Here's a 3-2 pitch, and there's a chopper up the line, foul to first. Got in on Trevor's hands there. No pun intended. Full count, 2 out. Bears have them loaded here in the bottom of the first. And here's the pitch, and there's a ground ball towards second, slow roller, and easy play for Henson. So Hand grounds out, leaving them loaded for the 3rd out. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors. There were 3 men left on base for the Bears. So we're going to the top of the 2nd. And we are scoreless here in Piedmont, Oklahoma, between Carl Albert and the Noble Bears. I'm Randy Kersey, NobleBears.tv. We'll be back after this.
Is it time for your school or business to purchase a new phone system? Give the experts at Versatile Networks a call. In most cases, we can provide a phone system with brand new phones for less than your current monthly bill. Call us for a free quote today.
Allegiant Marketing Group produces inbound lead generation for our clients through integrated traditional and digital campaigns. We continuously develop new strategies, tactics, and productive efficiencies so you can reach your target market and get a measurable return on investment. This fast-paced world demands for your products and services to be presented at the moment your buyers need them. Targeted and innovative marketing creates your success. Call AMG today, your marketing partner.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing.
So welcome back to Piedmont, Oklahoma, where the Bears are taking on the Carl Albert Titans here in the first round of the 5A clash here in Piedmont. And we're scoreless after one inning. So Carl Albert will send Tanner Norman up, the first baseman for the Titans. He was at the plate when Brody Henson was picked off to end the first. Weston Randolph on the hill, and there's a high fly ball into right. Trevor Knight settles under it, and he's got it for the first out. One pitch, one out. Again, a windy day, wind blowing kind of left to right, like left field foul pole to right field foul pole. So coming in from the northwest here in Piedmont. So left-handed hitter Hutch Russell, shortstop, stands in for Carl Albert. Curveball, called strike on the inside corner. No balls, one strike. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and that ball's laced down toward the left field line, curving foul. Golish giving it a good hustle. Golish made a really nice catch on a foul ball Tuesday night, if you were watching. A similar play where he laid out for it and came up with it. A big spot in that game. So no balls, two strikes to Russell. Randolph comes set, delivers, and swing and a miss. Ball gets away from hand, but he gathers it and gets the runner there at first. So 2 outs, second strikeout for Weston Randolph, the freshman. So 2 quick outs here in the top of the second. Ryan Ray steps in, the left fielder for Carl Albert. Right-hand hitter. First pitch misses away. 1 ball, no strikes. Randolph comes set, working out of the stretch. And he bounces that one up there. 2 balls, no strikes to Ray. Randolph got the first 2 in the first inning and then walked the 3-hole hitter. Trying not to repeat that here. On deck, Evans, the DH for Carl Albert. And that ball's hit well into center. Carey going straight back, and he does not come up with it. He was there. It kind of got him to his left, to his glove side. I think the wind playing with that may have hit him. He's down out. He's on his knees out there, so got timeout called. Ray all the way to third on that. So a 2-out triple. So I don't know if that ball got a piece of Carey other than the glove. He's may have got him. He's holding his left side of his face, so I don't want to. Bryson played it well. It was straight over his head. He got himself back into position. A really well hit ball, but there at the last minute, it hit off of something other than his glove, and he's coming out. Looks like. So again, holding that left side of his face. And coming in to play center field, looks like it's going to be Trevor Rudd as Coach Hughes is walking off with Bryson Carey. So hope Bryson's okay. He looks like he's okay, just a little shaken up. He would be able to re-enter if they deem that he's able to do so. So Rudd in center now with 2 out after the Ray triple.
Noah Evans.
Brings up Noah Evans, the DH for Carl Albert. First pitch swinging and a fly ball to right field, and Knight cannot get there. So 1 runs in, and throw coming in. It's a double, and Carl Albert takes a 1-0 lead here on the double by Evans. So 1-0 Carl Albert. That brings up Ethan Harless, number 11, the catcher for Carl Albert. 2 out, and Evans in scoring position. 1-0 here, top of the second. Randolph comes set, delivers outside, ball 1. Here's the pitch. Curveball in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike from Weston Randolph to the catcher for Carl Albert, Harless. Curveball misses high. 2 balls, 1 strike. So Bears trying to work out of trouble here. Carl Albert has 1 in, runner at second, scoring position with 2 out. 2-1 pitch, just off the outside corner, and it's 3-1. Novotny on deck for Carl Albert, the center fielder. So here's 3-1 pitch. And ball 4 in the dirt. Nice block there by Hand to hold Evans at second. So 2 on, 2 out. And courtesy runner coming in for the catcher, Harless, number 36. So that brings up Mason Novotny, the center fielder for Carl Albert, number 4, right-hand hitter. So 2 out. And there's a foul ball out of play to the right. So Randolph gets ahead. No balls, 1 strike. So Bears left them loaded in the bottom of the first. Carl Albert scores here in the top of the second, and they're threatening with runners at first and second with 2 out. 0-1 pitch to Novotny. High and in, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Carl Albert back to the top of the order with Ferris on deck. And that curveball hits Novotny, and they are loaded. So after 2 quick outs, Bears are running into some serious trouble here in the top of the second. So 1 in, bases loaded, back to the top of the order, and Cash Ferris, the leadoff hitter, right fielder for Carl Albert, steps in. Trevor Hand playing really shallow in center field out there after having come in for Carey. Don't know if that's by design. The ball's fouled out to the right side. Ferris struck out in the first on a 3-2 pitch. No balls, 1 strike. So they're loaded for Carl Albert. Here's a and ball way outside. Hand reaches out there and gloves it. 1-1. Evans at third. Harless is at second. Actually, the courtesy runner for Harless. Randall at second. And Novotny at first. And there's a fly ball into right field. Devin Knight over, and he's got it. And nice job there by the freshman working out of further trouble and a clutch out there. So Carl Albert gets one run, one hit, one error, and they left 3 on. So after 1.5, Carl Albert leads the Bears 1-0. Bears coming up here in the bottom of the second. They'll have Thomas, Golish, and Williams. And we'll be back here at NobleBears.tv after this.
Functional Rehabilitation and Imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Diesel Horse Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorse get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Security needs to be at the top of the list when it comes to your family, home, and lifestyle. We offer advanced systems that provide a secure connection to dedicated professionals who can...
So welcome back to Piedmont, Oklahoma. This is Randy Kersey at NobleBears.tv. Carl Albert leads the Bears here in the first round, first game of the 5A Clash here in Piedmont. Carl Albert leads at 1-0, scoring on a 3-base error and then a double in the top of the second. Bears left them loaded in their half of the first, and so they're coming back here in the bottom of the second. Leading off is Colin Thomas, and he takes the first pitch into right field for a base hit. So nice job there by Colin Thomas. Colin comes into this game hitting .324. Brings up Golish. 1 on. Nobody out here in bottom of the second. And first pitch from Fixico is high for ball 1. So Golish, 246 on the year, 25 RBIs, hit his first home run against Elgin Tuesday night. And he laces that one into left for a base hit. And so the Bears have something going here in their half of the second. Back-to-back singles by Thomas and Golish. And that's going to bring up Jake Williams, and probably Jake will be looking to lay one down here and move the runners up to second and third with just 1 out. So we'll see if that's what Coach Hughes has in mind. Here's the pitch from Fixico to Williams. He does square, and he does get it down. And Fixico off, throws it over to first just in time. So sack bunt there. Good job, Jake Williams. And Thomas moves to third. Golish moves to second. Brings up Trevor Rudd, who is in for Carey, who was injured in the bottom of the second. So Trevor Rudd stands in, right-hand hitter, junior. And got runners at second and third. 1 out. On deck, Randolph. It's a big spot here for Trevor Rudd. And he hits a high chopper off the plate, and the only play is to first. And Rudd does a good job there, gets the run in. That ball, he hit it straight down. It hit off the plate. The plate's fair. And so it's going to be a ground out 1-3, but an RBI for Trevor Rudd. And the Bears have tied it. Golish moves to third. And so with Golish at third, Weston Randolph stands in. He takes strike one. Fixico, the left-hander. Here in the bottom of the second, 2 out. Golish at third. And there's a swing and a miss, strike 2. Randolph chased the ball up and away there, a little anxious. Here's the pitch, way outside. Nice save there by the catcher, Heartless. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bears have tied it here in the bottom of the second, 1 apiece, 2 out. Curveball just misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the freshman Weston Randolph. Randolph grounded out to second in the first inning. He takes ball 3 and the count is full. So after falling behind, no balls, 2 strikes, he's worked it full. Colin Fisher on deck. Bears would love to get him up with men on base. There's a chopper and takes a funny hop, and Randolph is going to be on with a bad hop base single. The ball must have had a lot of English on it, because on the second hop, it just took a sideways hop away from Fixico, who was right there to grab the ball and throw Randolph out at first, but it bounced straight sideways and ended up being fielded by third baseman Gonzalez, and it was just too late. So running will be Derek Davis for Randolph at first. Bears lead 2-1 and Colin Fisher up. And a mighty swing there. Swings through that one. No balls, 1 strike. Bears looking to add on here. They've captured the lead here, 2-1. There's a high ball. 1 ball, 1 strike to Fisher, and catcher Harless out to talk to Fixico. Settle his pitcher down a little bit. Fixico, the lefty. One ball, 1 strike to Colin Fisher, Bear leader in RBIs with 37 this year. 1 ball, 1 strike, and there's another swing and a miss. 1-2 to Fisher, 3-hole hitter. Knight on deck. The ball's outside, runner goes, and the throw down is, he got him. So throw down kind of sailed inside, but the nice play there by the shortstop, Russell, caught that ball and caught Davis sliding in there for the out. So not a bad play with 2 strikes on Colin Fisher. At least you get him leading off the next inning. But so the Bears recover and score 2. They answer Carl Albert's 1 run in the top of the second with 2 of their own in the bottom of the second. So after 2 complete, here from Piedmont, Oklahoma, Noble leads Carl Albert 2-1. I'm Randy Kersey. This is NobleBears.tv. We'll be back after this.
Dispatch first responders at a moment's notice. Your system will feature an easy-to-use touchscreen that intuitively makes operating your system as simple as 1 touch.
It's state-of-the-art security that fits into your lifestyle and your life. Give us a call today to learn more.
Support your school's Booster Club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers.
Talk about a win-win.
Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405.
Welcome back to Piedmont, Oklahoma, where the Bears have taken a 2-1 lead over the Carl Albert Titans after 2 complete. Weston Randolph on the mound for his 3rd inning of work. He faces Sammy Gonzalez, the 3rd baseman. Gonzalez flied to right his first time up, back in the first. And Randolph goes to work here. Curveball misses high. Ball 1. Bears three hits in that bottom of the second. Thomas and Gollish led it off with singles, and then nice sack bunt. Moves them over and come in scoring on Trevor Rudd's chopper back to the plate. 1-1 pitch, just a little bit down, 2 balls and a strike. So Rudd hit a high chopper that scored 1, and then Weston Randolph's had a bad hop single, 3 balls and 1 strike. Ball misses up and in. Don't see many bad hops on this artificial surface, but I think it must have had a lot of spin on it. Here's a 3-1 pitch, and Randolph walks the leadoff man in the third for Carl Albert. That brings up 3-hole hitter Brody Henson, second baseman. Henson walked his first time up. On deck, Tanner Norman. So nobody out, 1 on here in the top of the third. And there's a pop-up straight up, windy day, heading over toward Colin Fisher. And that's a fair ball. And they're going to get a force out at second. Nice recovery there by Fisher. So very unusual play there. It was a pop-up. Colin backed into the runner at first, Gonzalez, who was just standing on the base. So it's not runner interference. And it bounced fair. But Colin quickly hustles and gets it and fires to second to Anglin for the force out. So a very unusual fielder's choice. So Henson's on first with 1 out. Brings up Tanner Norman, first baseman. Norman flied to right his first time up. And he lines one down the right field line at just foul. Down there rattling around in the corner. That'd have been trouble. Probably would have tied the ball game. No balls, 1 strike. So it's 2-1 Bears here in the top of the third. 1 on, 1 out. Tanner Norman at the plate. And there's a hard single to right. And Knight's got it, and he's got it back in. So Henson moves up to second on that single. So first and second, 1 out. Brings up Hutch Russell, the shortstop. Russell struck out his first time up. Left-hand hitter. So Titans threatening here in the top of the third after falling behind 2-1 to the Bears. First pitch in there for strike 1 to Russell. No balls, 1 strike. So Bears playing shallow in left and center here to Russell. 5-hole hitter. And he hits one to left field that's going to be held up out there in that wind. So Gollish takes 2 or 3 steps back into his left and hauls it in for the second out. It's 2 out, brings up Ryan Ray. Ray hit that long fly ball to center that ended up resulting in Bryson Carey leaving the game with an injury that Carey couldn't get his glove on. Part of the ball got him somewhere. So 2 out. And there's strike 1. So Hand, again, playing really shallow. And his first time up, Ray drove that ball over Carey's head. Carey got to the ball, but had to really sprint back for it. Curveball. Well, that ball must have been low. 1 ball, 1 strike. That was a pretty good looking pitch. Must have broke low out of the plate, or out of the below the knees. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 out, 2 on here in the top of the third. Bears leading 2-1. Randolph fouls that, delivers in a foul ball by Ray. Back out of play to the right. 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out here to shortstop, or I'm sorry, to the left fielder, Ryan Ray. And he hits a little pop up to third. Colin Thomas is there, and nice job there by Weston Randolph working out of that jam. So no runs on 1 hit, no errors. There were 2 men left on base. So we're going to the bottom of the third inning with Noble leading Carl Albert 2-1. Bears will send Colin Fisher, Devin Knight, and Kason Anglin to the plate. So we'll be back here at NobleBears.tv after this.
726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Oklahoma Career Tech's been serving upskills to doers just like you for over 100 years.
But this ain't your great Grammys of Pop Tech School.
Oklahoma's favorite place to learn new skills keeps learning new tricks. Everyone knows the best way to learn is to do it yourself.
Sir, you okay?
Because you shouldn't have to wait to do what you love. Whatever you choose to do, do you.
Oklahoma Career Tech.
Now is the time to protect your family with Pioneer Smart Wi-Fi. Internet security is becoming more of a...
Welcome back to Piedmont, Oklahoma. I'm Randy Kersey. This is NobleBears.tv. The Bears leading the Carl Albert Titans 2-1, with the Bears coming to bat in the bottom of the third. And Colin Fisher up. Colin was at the plate when runner was caught stealing at second. And there's a high ball, goes all the way to the screen. Ball 1. So running for Weston Randolph there was Derek Davis, and he was caught stealing to end the second inning. Fisher takes outside 2-0. Bears got 2 runs in that second to take the lead here against the Titans. Ball 3. So three balls, no strikes. None of them been close from Jackson Fixico, the left-hander for Carl Albert. Here's the 3-0 pitch, and that ball catches the corner. 3-1. Ball 4, low, and Fisher walks for the second time today. Brings up Devin Knight. Knight came in today hitting .386. He singled in the first. 4 homers, 27 RBIs on the year for Devin. On deck, Anglin. Nobody out, Fisher on first. High, ball 1. Knight swinging the bat well right now. Has had a good week at the plate in the 2 games against Elgin. Throw over to first. Fisher back. Quick move there by Fixico. 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike to Devin Knight. Center fielder shaded to left center just a little bit. Good curveball there, fooled Devin. He was out in front of that. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball's inside, that hits him. And Knight hustles down to first. So along with his batting average, Knight has been hit by a pitch. That's the 13th time this year. And that got him on the knee, backside knee area. He's kind of running it off down there. That one smarted. That's the first one I've seen this year where he's actually acted like that hurt him, including one off the face that he didn't act like hurt him. So that must have smarted a little bit. First and second, nobody out, angling up. Bears, good spot to lay one down here again, and Carl Albert thinks so too. His third baseman Gonzalez in on the green part of the infield by a step, as is first baseman Norman. So Carl Albert in at the corners, anticipating the bunt, and Anglin pulls off and takes strike one, outside corner, called strike. And ball outside. Kaysen stayed with that a long time, but apparently got the bat back in time. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bottom of third, Bears a 2-on, nobody out. And he takes a strike there. Not sure why he pulled off of that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Anglin, so the bunt's probably off, although first baseman's still in on the grass. Ball misses away, bounces out there. Nice pickup by Harless. 2-2. It's 2-2 pitch, nobody out, 2-on. Bears already up 2-1, trying to add on. There's ball outside, and it runs the count to full. Anglin walked in the first on 4 pitches, and he's run the count to full here in the third. Here's the pitch, and he fouls that one down the left field line, just out of play. So 3-2 pitch. Runners were moving on that. See if they are doing so again. They're not. And ball 4 inside. And Anglin has walked for the second time today. And that loads him up with nobody out. And brings up Trevor Hand. Hand came up with the bases loaded with 2 out in the first inning and grounded to second. So nobody out here. If Trevor puts the ball in play on the ground, Bears, once it's right at an infielder who can come home with it, Bears probably going to push another run across here. Ball's taken for ball 1 inside. Almost hit him. Thomas on deck. One ball, no strikes. Bases loaded here. And fouls that one straight back, 1-1. Trevor Hand, 1 ball, 1 strike, bases loaded. He takes strike 2 on the outside corner. Good pitch there from Fixico. There's a chopper foul. Nice play down there by third base coach Brad Anglin. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bears, anything but a strikeout or a pop-up here is probably going to score a run. And there's the pop-up. And I don't know, that's going to get out of play barely. So we'll do 1 and 2 again. Trevor late on that pitch. One ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out here in the bottom of the third. Bears threatening with the bases loaded. Already leading 2-1. There's Hand. And he hits a hard grounder to second. Second baseman to short for one, over to first, got the double play. Does get a run in, so Hand hits the ball hard. Nice play there by second baseman Henson. Over to Russell, who over to first for the double play. So Fisher scores. Knight moves to third. Anglin is forced at second on the double play. Bears get another run in. It's 3-1. And Colin Thomas takes a first pitch pop up high behind first base. Second baseman Henson in foul territory has got it. So with the bases loaded, nobody out, the Bears only get one after the double play and the pop up. But we are through three, and the Bears lead it 3-1. 1 run, no hits, 1 man left on base. So it's 3-1 Noble after 3. We're coming back for the 4th. I'm Randy Kersey. This is NobleBears.tv.
Here every day. Protect your family against malware, viruses, intrusions, cyber attacks, and more. Modern internet deserves modern security. Get the best of both worlds with Pioneer in-home Wi-Fi and the Smart Wi-Fi app. Download the Pioneer Smart Wi-Fi app today or visit gopioneer.com for more information.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at squirtle.com/stream.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back, always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse.
So welcome back to Piedmont, Oklahoma, where the Bears lead it through 3 innings over Carl Albert 3-1. There's a ball ripped down the left field line past Thomas at third. And Noah Evans has got his second double of the day. So Ethan Harless steps in. He walked his first time up. Nobody out. Leadoff double there by Evans. Evans is double back in the second. Drove in Carl Albert's run. Good curveball in there, strike one. There's the 0-1 pitch from Randolph. High, misses ball 1. 1-1. So Bears get 2 in the second, 1 in the third. And they lead at 3-1. Randolph fakes pick off to second. One ball, one strike. Top of the 4th. And there's high, ball 2. So Randolph working in the 4th. His longest outing of the year was last Friday in his start against Edmond Memorial, where he went 5 innings. Got the win in that 6-2 Bear victory. And he misses high, ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. On deck, Mason Novotny, 9-hole hitter. So 3-1. And that ball's fouled out of play to the right. Runs the count to full. So the word on Bryson Carey is that he got a busted lip. Ball glanced off his glove, hit him in the lip. Here's a 3-2 pitch. And that's down for ball 4. So I'm told during the break by Bear assistant Shane Fisher that just got a busted lip and all the teeth are fine. So Carey family, don't need to call your dentist. So I thought I'd pass that on to, I don't know if Mindy Carey is here today. She may be. But if she's not, she's watching. So 2 on, nobody out. That brings up Novotny. And he squares to bunt, and he chops it foul. On deck, Cash Ferris, the leadoff man for Carl Albert. So first 2 hitters reach here in the 4th for the Titans. Randolph comes set. Squares to bunt again and bunts it foul again. So 2 strikes to Novotny. Fails to get the bunt down. Bears Fisher charging hard from first and Randolph covering the third base side there. So Bears were looking to try to grab that and throw to third for the force. So bunt probably off now. Novotny was hit by a pitch his first time up. So no balls, 2 strikes. And he almost got hit by a pitch again as he throws it behind his head. That would have been not a good pitch on 0-2. If that had clipped Novotny to load him up. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Another one high and in, misses 2-2. So 2-2. And that ball misses away, so the count is run to full after the 2 missed bunt attempts. So Carl Albert helping the Bears out by not getting that bunt down, but now the Bears about to give it back to him here. Full count. And that ball's flared out into right. Knight is there. He's got it, and not deep enough for Evans to advance. So that's the first out, 1 out. And they stay at first and second. Brings up Cash Ferris. Ferris has struck out and flied to right in his 2 times up today. 0 for 2. Randolph comes set here. Top of the 4th, 1 out, 2 on for the Titans. Strike 1. Fastball right down the middle at the knees. No balls, 1 strike. Curveball just misses. Ferris would not offer at it. Started it in the zone and broke it down and away. 1-1. There's a good fastball on the outside corner. Nice pitch there by Randolph. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Cash Ferris, the right fielder, Titan leadoff man. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Curveball, call strike 3. Caught that inside corner. Big pitch there by the freshman. So 2 outs now. Still runners at first and second. Brings up Gonzalez. Gonzalez has flied to right and walked in his 2 plate appearances, so for 1 today. And Randolph trying to work off the hook again here. There's a line drive base hit to center. Rudd's over, got it. 1 run is going to score. And it is 3-2. First pitch single to drive in Evans from second, and Harless goes to third, or actually the courtesy runner for Harless goes to third. So first and third now, 2 out, and it's 3-2 Bears. 3-hole hitter Brody Henson up. Henson walked and hit into a fielder's choice. His 2 times up today. So Carl Albert threatening to tie it or take the lead back here with 2 out and 2 on in the top of the 4th. And squares to bunt. And Randolph makes a nice play. Fantastic play by the freshman. Holy cow, he backhanded that ball. It was already behind him. It was really a good bunt. Just didn't get it quite far enough away from Weston Randolph, who grabs it and wheels and fires to first to nip Henson. So the Bears hold on to the lead. 1 run on 2 hits that inning, no errors, and 2 men left on base. So after 3.5, Noble leads it 3-2 over the Carl Albert Titans. The Bears will send Golish, Williams, and Rudd to the plate here in the bottom of the 4th. So we'll be back at NobleBears.tv after this. Bears lead at 3-2.
And we are here to help.
Is it time for your school or business to purchase a new phone system?
So welcome back to Piedmont, Oklahoma, where the Bears lead at 3-2 against the Carl Albert Titans here. Bears batting in the bottom of the 4th. Carter Golish will lead it off. Golish singled. His first time up. And he takes strike 1. Fixico, ball was in off the plate, I think, but Carter fouls it off. 1-1, or I'm sorry, 0-2. The ball's 2 strikes to Carter Golish. He chops that one to third, caught on the line there. Long throw and nice play there by third baseman Gonzalez for the first out. Caught that ball in front of the bag. Momentum carried him into the foul territory, but makes a good strong throw. So that brings up Jake Williams. Jake laid down a sac bunt his first time up.
Now batting, number 9, the second baseman, Jake Williams.
Ball 1 to Jake Williams. And ball 2 is down. 2 balls, no strikes. So Jackson Fixico and it's 3-0 to Jake. Trevor Rudd on deck. Three-0 pitch, and that's down the middle, 3-1. Williams taking all the way. The 3-1 pitch is inside, ball 4. And Jake draws the walk, so Bears have a runner at first with 1 out. Trevor Rudd, the junior, stands in. Rudd drove in a run back in the throw to first, bounces over. Nice pickup over there by Norman. Saved a base. Rudd drove in a run there in the 2nd inning. He takes strike 1. Hit a chopper off the plate that Fixico's only play was to go to first. The runner came home from 3rd on the play. Swing and a miss, strike 2 to Rudd. So Williams at first, 2 out. And Rudd fouls that one down the first base line, out of play. So no balls, 2 strikes, still the count. Williams with good speed at first. And Fixico steps off after having come set. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here. And ball outside. Throw down to first. Williams is back. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Rudd. Pitch almost looked like a pitch out. So 1 and 2. It's a pitch and fouled back. So Rudd battling up there. Bears hanging on to a 3-2 lead here in the bottom of the 4th. Trying to add on. Swing and a miss. And ball's dropped, but first base occupied, so the batter cannot advance. So that's the 2nd out, and that brings up pitcher Weston Randolph. Randolph grounded to second his first time up and drove a ball straight into the ground, and it had a lot of spin on it. Took a sideways hop just as Fixico was about to grab it, and it ended up being an RBI single. So, and Randolph fouls that out of play to the right. No balls, 1 strike. Fisher on deck. Bears would love to have him up with runners on. And Randolph has got to get on base for that to happen here. And there's a line drive, and that's a base hit into center. And coming to 3rd is Jake Williams with good speed. So line drive, base hit for Randolph. And that makes him 1st and 3rd and brings up Colin Fisher. So Derek Davis running over there for Randolph, who has his 2nd hit of the day. So Bears threatening with 2 out here. Carl Albert's got some folks down in the bullpen. Nobody's working too hard yet, but they're down there. High for a ball to Colin Fisher. Fisher's walked both times up. Came around to score back in the 3rd. No balls, or 1 ball, no strikes. Colin pops that thing straight up in the air. It's curving into foul territory. And the first baseman, Norman, grabs it for the out. So Bears strand 2, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 men left on base. So Bears unable to add on there in the 4th. So we're going to the top of the 5th. Weston Randolph back out, and he'll face Norman, Russell, and Ray. 4, 5, and 6 for Carl Albert in the 5th. This is Randy Kersey at NobleBears.tv. We'll be back in a minute.
Give the experts at Versatile Networks a call. In most cases, we can provide a phone system with brand new phones for less than your current monthly bill. Call us for a free quote today.
Allegiant Marketing Group produces inbound lead generation for our clients through integrated traditional and digital campaigns. We continuously develop new strategies, tactics, and productive efficiencies so you can reach your target market and get a measurable return on investment. This fast-paced world demands for your products and services to be presented at the moment your buyers need them. Targeted and innovative marketing creates your success. Call AMG today, your marketing partner.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Diesel.
So Weston Randolph back out for the 5th. And he'll face cleanup man Tanner Norman. Norman 1 for 2. Fly to right, single to right. 1 of 4 hits given up by Randolph today. 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned. And Norman takes low for ball 1. Three-2 Bears leading. Low ball 2. So do not have a good view of the Bear dugout where I am, or the Bear bullpen area. There's a long fly ball to right field. Devin Knight going back. He's not going to get this one. It's off the base of the wall and bounces past him. And he's going to be in for a triple. And actually the ball gets by the cutoff man. So ball carried out and hit off the base of the wall. Knight up too close to the wall when it hit. When he saw he wasn't going to get it, he was hustling, trying to get there, and bounces well back toward the infield. So leadoff triple. And high ball 1 to Hutch Russell. So Carl Albert's got the tying run at third here in the top of the 5th. Ball behind Russell and goes to the screen. So that ball was well behind the hitter. So score on the wild pitch. So 2 balls, no strikes, nobody on now, and we are tied at 3 each here in the top of the 5th. And there's another fly ball into right, way back. Knight, he's not going to get this. Is almost identical to the last one. Bounces off the base of the wall, and another triple for Carl Albert as the Titans are pounding the ball here in the 5th. Nobody out, and that again was almost an identical ball. That so Knight out there in right, he's breaking back, he's breaking on the ball immediately, but the wind is pushing it hard. As we said, it's going from left to right, and it takes it back over his head. You know, if he's turning, running, takes it back over his head, and he ends up having to take a bad line to the ball, and he can't beat it to the base of the wall. It bounces off, comes way in, and ends up in a triple twice now, back-to-back batters. I mean, they're legit hits, and I'm not sure you could hold them to doubles anyway, but the wind messing with Devin Knight's route to the baseball out there. So, go ahead run now on third, nobody out. And there's strike 1 to Ryan Ray. Ray hit the ball that Bryson Carey had the trouble with in center, and he ended up on third his first time up. Big curveball, strike 2 to Ryan Ray. In his last at bat, he popped up to Colin Thomas at third with 2 on for the third out of the inning. So he falls behind, no balls, 2 strikes. Another curveball just misses high. Evans on deck. Evans has doubled both times up today. So Bears trying to hold the lead or hold the tie, and there's a good curveball, strike three. Gets Ray waving at that one. One out now. And a tie ball game here in the top of the fifth. So brings up Noah Evans. Evans has doubled in both times today to the plate. Has an RBI and has scored a run. First pitch from Randolph is off the plate outside, ball one. On deck, Hartless and Novotny, the bottom of the order. One out, 3-3 here, top of the fifth. Big curveball in there for a strike. So after the visit from Shane Fisher, Randolph has relied pretty heavily on that curveball. Fastball down, 2 balls, 1 strike. Nice block there by Trevor Hand. Two-one pitch, another one in the dirt that Hand knocks down, and it's 3-1. So Bears do have activity in the bullpen. Again, I can't see who it is. I suspect it's Max Savageau. Swing and a miss on a high fastball. Runs the count full. Three-two pitch, and he bounces that one up there for ball 4. So first and third, 1 out. So with runner on third, not a terrible walk there to a guy who has doubled twice today. So first and third, sets up the force at second, sets up a possible double play. Harless comes up, the catcher. He has walked twice. 1 out. Ball's down. So Randolph missing in the dirt, and Hand doing a good job keeping it in front of him, all but the one, but that one was well behind the hitter, and Johnny Bench couldn't have kept that in front. 1 ball, no strikes. Randolph in the fifth. Again, he's kind of at the end of what he's done so far this year as far as the length of his outing here, so he's showing some fatigue. Squares to bunt up the first base line, and Fisher gets it and gets it to Randolph for the out, but the run scores, and Carl Albert now leads it 4-3. So 2 out, and up to second moves Noah Evans, and that brings up the 9-hole hitter Mason Novotny, but Carl Albert has taken the lead here with 2 runs in the top of the fifth. They lead it now 4-3 over the Bears. And Randolph trying to get out without any further damage. There's strike 1. To Novotny. Novotny has been hit by a pitch in the second, fly to right in the fourth. No balls, 1 strike. Curveball breaks a little low, 1-1. Back to the top of the order, and Cash Ferris after Novotny here. Hopefully he doesn't get to bat this inning. 1-1 pitch from Randolph. Ball misses away, 2 balls and a strike. So 2-1. There's a hard grounder to short. Anglin, nice backhand long throw, and the put out. Outstanding play by Kason Anglin. Ball was hard hit into the hole. Anglin grabs it on the backhand side, long throw, bounces, gives Fisher a big hop, which, on this surface, you can do that. And so great job there by Case and Anglin to keep any further damage from happening there in the fifth. So, but Carl Albert gets 2 runs on 2 hits. There was no errors and 2 men left on base. And Carl Albert has taken a 4-3 lead. Bears coming to bat in the bottom of the fifth. Leading it off will be Devin Knight, followed by Anglin and Trevor Hand. And back out is Fixico for the fifth for Carl Albert. So we'll be back here at NobleBears.tv after this. Bears trail at 4-3.
Horse works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Diesel Horse Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorse get you back on the field.
So welcome back to Piedmont, Oklahoma, where the Bears trail the Carl Albert Titans. Carl Albert taking the lead for the first time, actually the second time, first time in 3 innings. They're in the top of the fifth with 2 runs, and they lead at 4-3. Bears have Devin Knight, cleanup man, leading off here in their half of the fifth. And he swings through a first pitch there from Jackson Fixico. Carl Albert lefty has gone the distance. No balls, 1 strike. Knight 1 for 1 today with a single and was hit by a pitch. So 1 ball, 1 strike now tonight. On deck, Anglin. And there's a foul ball down into the dirt, or the brown carpet, as it were. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Devin Knight. So 1 ball, 2 strikes here tonight. Leading off the Bear fifth. And he fouls that one well out of play to the right. So we'll do 1 ball, 2 strikes again. Bears looking to tie it here in the fifth. There's a chopper to third. Gonzalez in, has it, and makes the throw to first for the first out. Brings up Case and Anglin, the shortstop. The ball's first pitch rather to Anglin is outside, ball 1. There's a hard shot to second. Henson's got it and throws to first for the second out. So 2 quick outs for Fixico here in the Bear fifth. Brings up Trevor Hand, catcher. Trevor grounded out to second and then grounded into double play his last time up. So 0 for 2 today. First pitch from Fixico is inside, ball 1. One ball and no strike here in the bottom of the fifth. Bears trailing Carl Albert 4-3. Good curveball catches the outside corner there. That was a nice pitch. 1-1. Started it away and it broke in and caught the corner. Fouled straight back. And Hand behind, 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs here in the fifth. There's a 1-2 pitch to Hand, and that's grounded right up the middle for a base hit for Trevor Hand. So 2 out. Bears still alive here in the 5th. Brings up Colin Thomas. Thomas 1 for 2. Singled in the 2nd. Came around and scored the Bears' first run. And then popped up in the 3rd with 2 out. So he's 1 for 2 today. And running for Hand is going to be Jackson Steely over there at first as courtesy runner. Throw to first, not in time. So Colin Thomas came into the ballgame hitting .324, 1 for 2 today. Looking to extend this inning. He takes outside ball 1. On deck, Golish, who's 1 for 2 today. One ball, no strikes. 2 outs here in the 5th. Another throw over. Steely back in time. One ball, no strikes. And that ball catches the outside corner. Good curveball there from Fixico. 1-1. Thomas single to right. Another throw over. Steely back. Timeout called here as Bear coach Eric Hughes coming out to talk to home plate umpire, probably about the move to first base, thinking maybe he's balking. Fixico, you know, you're supposed to step toward first, or at least more toward first than home, and a lot of lefties will stride out toward home and get away with it, throwing to first. So that may be what Coach Hughes is talking about. Supposed to be a 45-degree angle there. You cannot go toward home more than that. There's ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. So 2-1. Steely on first. And that ball bounces up there, so it's 3-1. Thomas timeout called, and here comes Carl Albert's coach out. And that is Whiteley, and he's making a change here with a 3-1 count. Interesting that he's doing it mid, in the middle of a batter. But Fixico out, maybe a pitch count issue. And he's bringing in someone from the bullpen. And looking at a number here. He's a right-hander coming in for Carl Albert. So number 16, so we'll get a number on him. So Fixico is out. He goes 4 2/3 today, 3 runs. He is responsible for Steely on first. He's also responsible for Colin Thomas, as it's 3-1. So, hey, we're going to take a break while the new pitcher warms up. This is Randy Kersey, NobleBears.tv. Bears trailing 4-3, bottom of the 5th, 1 on, 2 out. We'll be back after this.
Taking all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Security needs to be at the top of the list when it comes to your family, home, and lifestyle. We offer advanced systems that provide a secure connection to dedicated professionals who can dispatch first responders at a moment's notice. Your system will feature an easy-to-use touchscreen that intuitively makes operating your system as simple as one touch.
It's state-of-the-art security that fits into your lifestyle and your life. Give us a call today to learn more.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726.
Welcome back to Piedmont, Oklahoma, where the Bears trail Carl Albert 4-3. Bears have something going here in the fifth. 1 on, 2 out. 3 ball, 1 strike count to Colin Thomas, and a pitching change for Carl Albert as Jackson Fixico leaves with a 3-1 count. So number 16 in for Carl Albert. I do not have a name on that. So 3-1, Thomas stands in, and he fouls that one off. The count is full. So full count, 2 out. Senior Colin Thomas, 1 for 2 today at the plate. Here's the pitch, and that's high, ball 4. So Bears have him at first and second with 2 outs. Brings up Carter Golish. Carter has singled today and grounded to third. Senior left fielder. So here's the first pitch to Golish. And he pops that one into center field. Shallow center, center fielder coming on, long run, makes the catch. Novotny out there runs that one down. So no runs for the Bears on 1 hit. No errors, left 2 on. That's 8 left on for the Bears through 5 today. So it's stays at 4-3 going to the top of the 6th. And coming out to pitch the 6th for the Bears is senior Max Savageau, number 23. So pitching change here. And Savageau in to pitch. Randolph will probably stay in as the DH. He has not moved to his normal spot of second base. It's still Jake Williams at second and Cason Anglin at short. So Savageau will come on here in the 6th to face Carl Albert, and we'll be back here at NobleBears.tv after this.
60835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Oklahoma Career Tech's been serving up skills to doers just like you for over 100 years.
But this ain't your great Grammys and Pop Pop Tech School.
Oklahoma's favorite place to learn new skills keeps learning new tricks. Everyone knows the best way to learn is to do it yourself. Sir, you okay? Because you shouldn't have to wait to do what you love. Whatever you choose to do, do you. Oklahoma Career Tech.
Now is the time to protect your family with Pioneer Smart Wi-Fi. Internet security is becoming more of a fear every day.
So welcome back to NobleBears.tv. We are in Piedmont, Oklahoma, where the Bears are taking on the Carl Albert Titans, trailing. Going here in the top of the 6th, 4-3, Carl Albert. Max Savageau in to pitch the 6th, the senior. Number 23 in for Weston Randolph. Savageau 1-0 with 2 saves on the year. He gets strike 1 in there. So no balls, 1 strike. Curveball. Just misses the hitter. It's Randall who's actually hitting in Ferris's spot here. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Curveball almost clipped him there. 1-1. That curveball catches the inside corner. 2 balls, or 1 ball, 2 strikes from Savageau. Savageau, as we said, 1-0 on the year, 2 saves. This is his 13th appearance. And that one does hit him. So with 2 strikes, Savageau hits the leadoff man. And that brings up Gonzalez. Gonzalez 1 for 2 today. Fly to right, singled in the 4th, walked back in the 3rd. So Randolph today, 5 innings, 4 runs, 3 earned, 4 strikeouts, 4 walks. And he hit a batter. Fastball misses high. Ball 1 to Gonzalez. 21 2/3 innings this year for Savageau, a 3.98 ERA coming in, 23 strikeouts. Throw to first. Randall's back in plenty of time. 1 ball, no strike to Gonzalez. Henson on deck and Norman in the hole. Nobody out here in the 6th. Carl Albert leading it, and that's ball 2. So Max having a little trouble finding the strike zone early. Had 2 strikes on the leadoff man and it hit him with a curveball. And he hits this batter as well. So back-to-back hit by pitches. And 2 on, nobody out now for Carl Albert with a 4-3 lead. Brody Henson in to hit here. Henson 0 for 2. Walked in the 1st, fielder's choice in the 3rd, and hit back to the pitcher on a play that Randolph made that was really a spectacular play. It was actually a bunt that with 2 out and runner on 3rd. Randolph nipped him at first. He squares to bunt again, and that ball gets away from catcher Trevor Hand. So 2nd and 3rd now as the runners move up on the pass ball. And Bears kind of unraveling a little bit here. Need to get a hold of it, or this thing's going to get hard to get a little out of hand. 4-3, Carl Albert leads. They've got him at 2nd, 3rd, nobody out. Squares to bunt again. He takes a strike. Does Henson, 1 ball, 1 strike. Bears are even with the bags at the corners and playing deep up the middle. So ground ball up the middle is going to score a run. And there's a pop-up foul territory. It's going to get out of the field of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. On deck, Tanner Norman, cleanup hitter for Carl Albert. So big out right here. Curveball back to Savageau. He's got him hung up between home and 3rd, and so bad base running there by Randall. And he's tagged out, but he stays in the rundown long enough for Henson to work his way to 2nd. So good play there by Max. Gets the out at home. 1-3-5 as Thomas ends up tagging him. So 1 away. And still 2nd and 3rd, and that brings up Tanner Norman. Norman is a cleanup man. He tripled off the right field wall. Devin Knight's way back into right now. So 2 for 3 today with also a fly to right. And he takes strike 1 on the outside corner. So interesting, on deck is Russell. Russell 1 for 3. He's also got a triple. And Coach Hughes electing to pitch to Norman here with first base open. No balls, 1 strike. There's a chopper to 2nd. That's going to get a run home. And Williams throws him out at first for the 2nd out. Moving to 3rd is Henson. So 2 out, 1 run in. And it's now 5-3 Carl Albert. Brings up Russell, the shortstop. Russell struck out, flied to left, and tripled off the base of the right field wall his last time up. So Russell hitting from the left side, fouled straight back. So 2 out, runner on third, 1 in. Carl Albert leads at 5-3 here in the top of the 6th. There's a good pitch on the outside corner called strike 2. So Bears got 6 outs to work with and trying to get out of here without any further damage. Ball misses away. One ball, 2 strikes to Russell. Swing and a miss struck him out. So Savageau comes back after a rather disastrous start to the inning, hits the first 2 batters. Does result in a Carl Albert run being able to come around and score, but escapes with only the 1 run after getting the first 2 guys to second and third. Carl Albert got them to second and third with nobody out. So 1 run in, there were no hits, and 1 man left on base. So Bears going to bat in the bottom of the 6th, and it's 5-3 Carl Albert. We'll be back here at NobleBears.tv from Piedmont after this.
Protect your family against malware, viruses, intrusions, cyber attacks, and more. Modern Internet deserves modern security. Get the best of both worlds with Pioneer in-home Wi-Fi and the Smart Wi-Fi app. Download the Pioneer Smart Wi-Fi app today or visit gopioneer.com for more information.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at squirtle.com/stream.
So welcome back to Piedmont, Oklahoma, where the Bears trail the Carl Albert Titans 5-3. Bears batting bottom of the 6th. Bears led this thing 3-1 through 3 innings. And Carl Albert has scratched back and taken a 2-run lead here. So Jake Williams leading it off for the Bears. He takes high from the second Carl Albert pitcher today, Brendan Farley, number 16. Fixico went the first 4 2/3. Farley came in the last inning. And there's ball 2. Jake has laid down a sac bunt today and walked in his 2 plate appearances. Senior second baseman today. And he takes 3-0. So I'm guessing he's going to have a take sign here at 3-0 with the Bears down 2. And there's high ball 4, and Jake walks on 4 pitches. So good job, Jake Williams. Good speed. Brings up Trevor Rudd, center fielder today. Replaced Bryson Carey in the second. After Carey was injured. Nothing serious, we're told. So Rudd has an RBI today. He's 0 for 2. And he takes strike 1 on the inside corner from Farley. Brendan Farley, the right-hander, number 16 for Carl Albert, comes set. And there's a shot through the legs of the third baseman. The ball's well hit. Unable to handle it was Gonzalez down there. So that was going to have to go as an error but a well-hit ball by Rudd. And so the Bears have him at first and second.
Brings to the plate number 23.
And Savageau is going to hit for Max Randolph, so he replaced him both on the mound and at the plate now. So Max Savageau with his first at bat of the day. And he squares to bunt, and he takes it outside, ball one. Colin Fisher on deck. 2 on, nobody out. Bears trailing by 2 here in the bottom of the 6th. Savageau squares to bunt, and he gets one down, but it rolls foul the third baseline. So 1 ball, 1 strike to senior Max Savageau, who came in to pitch there in the 6th for the Bears and is staying in to bat in Randolph's spot. So here's the pitch from Farley. Savageau squares again. He takes it low for a ball. Throw down to second. Boy, way off second was Williams. He gets back. 2 balls, 1 strike. So here's the 2-1 pitch from Farley. And he gets it down. Nice job, Max. Ball's bobbled, but throws to the second baseman, Henson, covering for the out. But good job there, Max, getting the bunt down. That's the kind of thing to get you some more at-bats. So 1 out, and second and third. So the tying run at second now in the form of Trevor Rudd and Colin Fisher up. Colin 0 for 1, fouled out in his last time up, walked his first 2 times up. And he pops that one up. It's going to stay in the park, and nice play by Gonzalez. Nice try by Gonzalez. Could not come up with it. Laid out, but it's strike 1. So Colin under the ball today. Timeout called here. And so Coach Eric Hughes, timeout, comes out and writes something on Colin's wristband. Don't see that very often. No balls, 1 strike. Probably telling him we don't need a 3-run homer. We need a base hit here. And that ball's down and in, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Fisher. So outfield swung around, center fielder playing in right center, right fielder close over to the line there in right. And there's another pop-up. And the second baseman, Henson's got it for the out. So Colin pops up to second, throws his bat in disgust. And I understand we have lost our picture. So I'm going to try to get that back, folks. There's 2 out with 2 on, second and third here in the bottom of the 6th. Bears trail by 2, got the tying run at second. Here's Devin Knight. So first pitch here from Farley is high, ball 1. And I think that ball hit him. And that's a little bit of a bad break. Not necessarily that Cason Anglin's coming up, but that Knight, the cleanup man with first base open, doesn't get to swing here. He's been hot, so it's going to fall to Cason Anglin here. And so bases loaded now with 2 out. First pitch, swing and a miss on a ball down to Anglin. No balls, one strike, and screen is black, folks. I'm going to just give you the play-by-play. Ball outside. I'm trying to get it back up, but it is not working. So 1 ball, 1 strike. So Knight hit by a pitch, loads the bases, and it's 1-1 to Anglin here, the senior left-hand hitter. Kaysen 0 for 1, a grounder to second. He's walked twice today. And he chops that one to third. Gonzalez in, long throw, and he got him. So the Bears leave him loaded. That's 11 runners left on base for the Bears today. No runs. There were no hits. And the bases loaded, left on base, 1 error for Carl Albert. So Bears, boy, have them loaded there, have a chance, but leave them loaded. So had a second and third with only 1 out after the sack bunt and unable to score them. So we're going to the top of the 7th. Carl Albert with a 5-3 lead. Max Savageau out to try to hold it there. We'll be back here at NobleBears.tv after this.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
Is it time for your school or business to purchase a new phone system? Give the experts at Versatile Networks a call. In most cases, we can provide a phone system with brand new phones for less than your current monthly bill. Call us for a free quote today.
Allegiant Marketing Group produces inbound lead generation for our clients through integrated traditional and digital.
Now hitting number 13, Chase Lashley. Is 13 Lashley, pitch hitter. Lashley reaches on the infield single, brings to the plate the designated hitter number 14, Noah Evans. Yeah, this is that Hill City guy.
Digital campaigns. We continuously develop new strategies
Okay, folks, we're back. There are 2 outs here in the 7th, and swing and a miss and a strikeout. So let me tell you what happened there. Trying to get our video back up, and we just did. In the 7th, the leadoff man got an infield single. Then there was a ground ball up the middle that Kason Anglin fielded with his foot on the bag almost at second, the shortstop, and fires to first for a double play. And then Max Savageau strikes out Heartless to end the inning. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on base for Carl Albert in the 7th. So we're going to the bottom of the 7th. And Brendan Farley out to try to close this thing out for Carl Albert. He'll face Trevor Hand, Colin Thomas, and Carter Golish here in the 7th. So Bears trailing by 2, 5-3, going to the bottom of the 7th. And Thomas will lead it off. We're just going to stay here, folks. I don't want to mess with switching things around. And as those of you that have watched very many games this year know, our situation and our equipment can be fragile. so we're going to stay right here while we're up and going for the Bears 7th. Bears led this game 3-1 after 3. Carl Albert tied it in the 4th and then took a lead in the 5th inning where they got 2 runs after leadoff back-to-back triples. And the Bears have not scored since the 3rd. Bears scored 2 in the 2nd to take a lead, 2-1. Added 1 in the 3rd. Had the bases loaded with nobody out in that 3rd inning and grounded into a double play, which got 1 run in, but then they left everybody else there, left the rest stranded. Bears have left 11 men on base, so hopefully we can get a couple guys on and get those 2 out hits to get them in here to tie this thing up. So Trevor Hand leads it off. Trevor singled his last time up and was left stranded at second, or his courtesy runner was. And he swings and misses, a strike 1. Hand 1 for 3 today. He hit that double play back in the 3rd. Hit into that double play. Grounded to second in the 1st. And there's a little pop-up flare into right. Long run, and it's down. Hand's going to be in there with a double, maybe a triple. The ball's down in the corner. They're waving him to 3rd. And I tell you what, nothing against Trevor Hand. He's a good ball player, but for him to get a triple, there has to be some extenuating circumstances. And we got him right there. Attaboy, Trevor. Legs out the triple to lead off the 7th. Maybe that's the spark the Bears need. So Jackson Steele in to run for Trevor as a courtesy runner. Brings up Colin Thomas. Colin 1 for 2 today. Singled, scored back in the 2nd. Popped up to end the 3rd inning and walked his last time up in the 5th. So nobody out, 1 on, and the tying run at the plate for the Bears. And he fouls that first pitch back. So Tommy and Jessica Hand, I am really glad we got the video back up and going to see Trevor's triple. I'm guessing it's the first of his high school career, but, no balls, 1 strike. All in fun. Foul ball, out of play. No balls, 2 strikes. To Colin Thomas, the senior. Came in hitting .324. He's 1 for 2 today with the walk. Big spot here. He takes high ball. Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Colin Thomas. Golish on deck. Golish 1 for 3 today. And then Williams. Brendan Farley on in relief for Carl Albert. And that ball's way outside. Nice hang there by the catcher, Heartless. Saves a run. Two balls, 2 strikes to Thomas. Nobody out. Bears have a runner at third. Jackson Steely running for Trevor Hand. The ball's up and in, and the counters run to full. The Bear dugout getting excited over there. Trailing by 2 here, but nobody out, 1 on. So 3-2 pitch. High ball 4. And the tying run is on first. And here comes the Carl Albert coach. Carl Albert looks like a lefty warming up down in the bullpen. And we may see him here. Coach is looking down. He's calling for him. So that's going to be all for Brendan Farley. So he leaves with 2 on. Nobody out. Carter Golish will be the hitter. Carter 1 for 3 today. A single back in the second. Grounded out in the 4th and flied out to center in the 5th. So 1 for 3 today. So lefty coming in for Carl Albert. Let's see if we can get a number on him here. Number 2, number 8. The old eyes are not what they used to be, folks. So it's number 8 for Carl Albert. So Golish coming up with first and third, tying run at third. So Bears have left 11 on through 6, and hopefully they can push a couple across here. They're due. First round game of the 5A class here in Piedmont, Oklahoma. Bears trailing 5-3. And new pitcher for Carl Albert here in the 7th, bottom of the 7th. So Golish comes up. And again, Carter started the day at 246, a homer, 25 RBIs. He's 1 for 3 today and looking to drive another run in here. Good speed at first with Colin Thomas and Golish at the plate, and good speed at third with Jackson Steely, the courtesy runner for Hand. So here's the first pitch. And that's high ball 1 to Golish. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and there's a line drive into right. The right fielder playing it perfect. Runner tags and does not go, and boy, not a great arm out there in right. Could have probably waltzed home, but that run doesn't mean it doesn't mean anything without the next one. So fly to right. Carter hit the ball well. So 1 out. Jake Williams stands in. High ball 1. What's this pitcher's name? So trying to get a name on this pitcher. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike to Jake Williams. So 1-1, and swing, he fouls that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Jake sacked in the first, sack bunt in the first, walked his in the fourth and the sixth. No balls, 2 strikes. Runner goes at first, swing and a miss. High throw, and Steely's going to waltz home from third. So stolen base for Thomas, a strikeout for the second out. But so Steely comes home on the error on the throw to second. Thomas gets the stolen base. So 2 out, tying run at second, and top of the order with Trevor Rudd, who's in for Bryson Carey. Rudd hit the ball hard on a ball that was ruled an error to the third baseman his last time up. He also has an RBI today. He's 0 for 3, and he takes high ball 1.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 5, Trevor Rudd.
So Rudd had 1 ball, no strikes. Tying run at second for the Bears here in the 7th. The ball's down, 2 balls, and no strikes to Rudd. Weston Randolph has come back out on deck. He was hit for by Savageau, but he's looks like going to re-enter if he gets a chance to hit here. Rudd fouls that one hard toward the Bear dugout. No ball, 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 out here. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch to Rudd. High for a ball. Ball gets away from the catcher. He throws it away. Thomas is up, and he's going to come home. And this ball game's tied, folks. So 2 throwing errors by the catcher allows this ball game to get tied up. As Colin Thomas advances on the pass ball and then a wild throw into left field trying to nail Thomas at third. So now nobody on, 2 out, and we're tied at 5. And Rudd fouls that one back. So runs the count to full. So Bears have scored 2 runs on the strength of 1 hit and some little bit of sloppy play from Carl Albert here. And there's a sinking liner into center, but Novotny is there for the out. Fairly well hit. But that's the 3rd out. And so after 7 complete, it's free baseball, folks. Max Savageau coming back out for the 8th. Bears have tied Carl Albert 5-5. We'll be back at NobleBears.tv after this.
Tactics and productive efficiencies so you can reach your target market and get a measurable return on investment. This fast-paced world demands for your products and services to be presented at the moment your buyers need them. Targeted and innovative marketing creates your success. Call AMG today, your marketing partner.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
So welcome back to Piedmont, Oklahoma, where the Bears and Carl Albert are tied at 5 after 7 complete. Bears scored 2 runs in the bottom of the 7th, go into that inning trailing 5-3, and are sparked by a leadoff triple by catcher Trevor Hand, and end up scoring 2 runs and ties this thing up, and we're going to extra innings. Max Savageau, and there's a slicing ball into right. Nice running catch out there by Devin Knight for the 1st out. First hitter there was Novotny for Carl Albert. That's the 1st out. So back to the top of the order, and it's going to be Ferris Cash. Cash was hit for his last time up, but he's re-entered here. in the tie game. Curveball in there, strike one from Savageau. Cash 0 for 3 today. 2 strikeouts and a fly to right. Another curveball inside, and he gets the call. It looked well in, but we're going to take it. No balls, 2 strikes to Cash. He misses in, so Max flirting with hitting another one there. Max hit the first 2 batters in the first inning he came in on in the 4th. One after he had 2 strikes. There's a foul ball down the right field side, out of play. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out here in the top of the 8th. Carl Albert and Noble tied at 5. Here's a 1-2 pitch from Savageau. Curveball, fly ball into left center. Rudd is over, and he makes a running catch for the out. Nice play out there by Trevor Rudd for the second out, and that brings up Sammy Gonzalez, the third baseman. Gonzalez is 1 for 2 today. Flied to right, walked in the 3rd, singled in the 4th, and was hit by pitch back in the 6th. So 1 for 2 on the day. He takes strike 1 on the inside corner. Good curveball there from Max. 2 out. And there's a lazy pop-up into right. Knight is there under it. He's got it. And Carl Albert goes quietly in the 8th. So nice job by Max Savageau. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. So we're going to the bottom of the 8th. The Bears got a chance to win it in the bottom of the 8th, tied 5-5. It'll be Randolph, Fisher, and Knight. So 2, 3, 4 in the Bear batting order. We'll be back at NobleBears.tv after this.
Security needs to be at the top of the list when it comes to your family, home, and lifestyle. We offer advanced systems that provide a secure connection to dedicated professionals who can dispatch first responders at a moment's notice. Your system will feature an easy-to-use touchscreen that intuitively makes operating your system as simple as one touch.
So welcome back to Piedmont, Oklahoma in the 5A Clash, where the opening game is a doozy. 5-5, Carl Albert and Noble tied here in extra innings. Bottom of the 8th, Bears coming up with a chance to win it. They will send up Weston Randolph, who is 2 for 3 today, followed by Colin Fisher and Devin Knight. And on the hill for Carl Albert, their third pitcher, Mason Trotter. He came in that last inning. So Randolph will lead it off again, 2 for 3 today. So Mason Trotter, the lefty for Carl Albert, delivers high, ball 1 to Randolph. Randolph was the starting pitcher for the Bears. Went 5, takes him high for ball 2. Relieved then by Max Savageau. So Randolph had a couple of hits while he was in. He's being put back in. He's squaring to bunt. He takes that ball. Strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Foul ball out of play. Evens the count. Fisher on deck. Bear 3-hole hitter. There's a pitch from Trotter. Swing and a miss. Broke that breaking ball down and in hard for the strikeout, for the first out. That brings up Colin Fisher. Colin 0 for 2 today, a couple of pop-ups. He walked in the first and third, but has popped up to first and to second his last 2 times up. He takes outside ball 1. Devin Knight on deck. So 3, 4, 5 coming up here for the Bears with 1 out in the 8th. Strike 1. One ball, 1 strike to Fisher. And that ball's low and away, 2 balls. Here's a pitch to Fisher, and he pops that one to third. Foul territory. Is he going to have room? He does not. Gonzalez makes a run for it, but 2-2. So tied at 5, 1 out here in the Bear 8th, bottom of the 8th, extra innings. And that ball thrown behind Fisher. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So counts full for senior Colin Fisher, Bears leading hitter. 3-2 pitch, high and to the screen. Fisher hustles down to first. And he is the winning run at first with 1 out, and Devin Knight coming up. Knight 1 for 2 today, a single in the first. He's been hit by a pitch twice, and those sandwiched a 5-3 ground out to third. So 1 on, 1 out here. Mason Trotter, the third Carl Albert pitcher of the day, and he throws high. Ball 1 to Bear cleanup man Devin Knight. Knight come in today hitting .386. He's 1 for 2. And he rips one to left, long fly ball, and it holds up. Nice play going back to get that. He hit it a ton, but not far enough. Ryan Ray out there to make the catch. So 2 down. Kind of hit it into the teeth of that wind, and it killed it out there. So brings up Anglin. Anglin 0 for 2 today. Ground out to second, ground out to third. He walked his first 2 times up. Fisher on first is the winning run, but 2 outs. And high ball 1 to Anglin. On deck, Hand. And Bears hoping he has a chance to hit. Here's the pitch. Good curveball in there from the lefty. Trotter. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fisher not a big lead at first. Fouls that one back, does Anglin. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Anglin with 2 out here in the 8th. Fisher goes, and Anglin fouls that one just outside third base. So Fisher on the move there. So 1 and 2 to Anglin. Third baseman Gonzalez guarding that line there at third. The ball's low and away. Nice block there by catcher Harless. And the board says 3-2, but I think it's 2-2. Trotter comes set, and he misses just down. That runs it to full. So Fisher will be on the move with 2 out and a full count, and it's ball 4. So Bears now have the winning run at second in Colin Fisher and Trevor Hand up. Hand Grounded out his first time up, hit a double play his second time up, but singled and then tripled. Brings up hand 2 for 4 today. Legged out that triple, and then right down the line, back in the 7th. First pitch is high. So 1 ball, no strikes to Trevor Hand. Trotter comes set, delivers. High ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. 2 out. Bears with the winning run at second in the form of Colin Fisher. 2 balls, no strikes. Bears looking for a base hit here. That ball is catch the inside corner, 2-1. So outfield playing well around to right for Hand. So left fielder really giving up that line. Of course, Hand tripled down the right field line his last time up. So 2 balls, 2 strikes now as Trotter gets the foul ball there. 2-2 to Trevor Hand. Bottom of the 8th. Hand hits a hard grounder to short. Shortstop there, Russell, and throws to first for the out. So Bears leave 2 more stranded. And no runs on no hits, no errors. 2 men left on base after they had walked. And that is 13 runners left on base for the Bears today. So going to have to address that. So, hey, we're going to the top of the 9th. And new pitcher, looks like for the Bears, is number 20, Stephen Gwynn, in for Savageau. Gwynn, the senior side armor, and giving Carl Albert something else to look at here. So we're going to the 9th here. We'll be back here at NobleBears.tv after this.
It's state-of-the-art security that fits into your lifestyle and your life. Give us a call today to learn more.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Oklahoma Career Tech's been serving upskills to doers just like you for over 100 years.
But this ain't your great Grammys and Pop Tech school.
Oklahoma's favorite place to learn new skills keeps learning new tricks. Everyone knows the best way to learn is to do it yourself. Sir, you okay? Because you shouldn't have to wait to do what you love. Whatever you choose to do, do you. Oklahoma Career Tech.
Now is the time to protect.
So welcome back to Piedmont, Oklahoma, where we're going to the 9th inning, second extra inning. And Max Savageau's day on the mound is done. He's replaced here by senior Stephen Gwynn, the side armor. Max went 3 innings, gave up 2 hits, struck out 2, did not walk a batter. He did hit 2, gave up 1 run. So Gwynn, the side armor, and the hitter, number 9, Brody Henson, the second baseman. He takes ball 1. So Gwynn throws from the side, has a knuckleball, square to bunt, taken for strike, 1 ball, 1 strike. So Stephen can be pretty effective. Brings a different perspective to what they're used to. Curveball in there for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Brody Henson. On deck, Norman. Ball misses away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So Stephen throws a curveball, throws a knuckleball. Here's a 2-2 pitch to the leadoff man. And that ball bounces, runs it the count to full. So on the year, Gwen, this is 5th game to pitch in. 7 2/3 innings, 378 ERA. No wins, no losses, does have a save. There's a pop-up. Hand coming back. Can he get there? Good effort, but he can't quite make it. Ball stayed in, but wouldn't hit that high. So we'll do full count again. Three-two pitch. That ball's ripped down the left field line, fair. It's past Golish. It goes to the wall. It's going to be a stand-up double on a 3-2 pitch for leadoff man Brody Henson. So Tanner Norman up, and Norman is 2 for 4 today with a single and a triple. And he's up with the go-ahead run at second. 4-hole hitter for Carl Albert. Hutch Russell on deck. There's a long fly ball to right center, and Knight runs it down out there. It's long enough to tag and move to third for Henson. So productive out there. 1 out, and the go-ahead run at third for Carl Albert. And that brings up Hutch Russell. And might look for a safety squeeze here. Carl Albert did that earlier today. Nope, swinging, and he fouls it hard outside of first base. The ball's 1 strike. So Bears not pulling the infield in. So they're playing halfway at short and second, and even Fisher deep at first. Colin Thomas, even with the bag at third, now creeps up to the edge of the grass. And there's a fly ball into center. Rudd is over. He's got it. Here comes the throw home. It's going to be offline, and Carl Albert has taken the lead, 6-5 on the sac fly. So a leadoff double and a couple of sac flies, and Carl Albert leads it 6-5. So Lashley up, hitting left-handed, number 13. 2 out. First pitch misses up. 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0 pitch is low and away, 2 balls. Two and 0. And there's a long fly ball, curving. Foul ball, curving foul. Boy, that was right over the foul pole, out of here. And home plate umpire calls it foul. 2 balls, 1 strike. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Home plate umpire calls that a foul ball, and timeout called as Carl Albert's players out protesting that call of a foul ball. They thought it was a fair ball and a home run. They told to get back in the dugout. And there's another one pulled foul, not near as far. So 2 balls, 2 strikes here. Carl Albert leads at 6-5 here in the ninth. 2 out. Bears will send Thomas, Golish, and Williams up in their half of the ninth. And the shift on as Anglin comes to the first base side of second over from short. And that ball's fouled back out of play to the left. So 2 balls, 2 strikes here. 2 out. And there's a little fly ball into center. Coming hard is Rudd. He's not going to get there. And it's going to be a base hit. And that'll bring up Noah Evans. Evans 2 for 3 today. He has doubled twice, walked, and grounded into a double play on a right up the middle on a play where Anglin fielded the grounder with a foot on second and fired to first for a double play. And the Carl Albert coach and the home plate umpire are having a little discussion over here. I'm not sure about what. So both umpires are discussing. The Carl Albert coach is not happy about something. Evans coming up, the designated hitter. And 1 on, 2 out here. Gwynn trying to avoid further damage to give the Bears a chance here in the bottom of the ninth. Bears went into the bottom of the seventh down 2 runs and found a way to get 2 home to tie it and send it to extra innings. And now we've got Carl Albert coach has been ejected and they're holding him back. He is going after the home plate ump. I have no idea what that's all about. But he has been ejected. So maybe we'll get a story on what that's about. But this game will be finished without the coach from Carl Albert. So coming up is Noah Evans. Again, Evans 2 for 3 today with a walk, a pair of doubles. So 2 out here, 1 on. Here's the pitch, and that's line to right for a base hit. Knight up. He gets it in quickly to hold the runner at second. So first and second now with 2 out. Brings up Harless. The catcher. Harless 0 for 2. Walked twice. Grounded out to first and struck out in his 2 official at-bats. So he comes in looking to add on. So 2 on, 2 out. 6-5 Carl Albert. First pitch misses away. Ball 1. So 2 out. There's a swing and fouled. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 on, 2 out here in the ninth. Carl Albert leading 6-5. And ball misses outside. 2 balls and a strike to the catcher, Harless. On deck, Novotny. 6 runs, 10 hits, 3 errors for Carl Albert. 5 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for the Bears. And there's a swing and a miss. 2 and 2. And Here's the pitch, a swing and a miss, and Hand hangs on for the third out. So 1 run in on 3 hits for Carl Albert in the ninth. Bears trailing 6-5 going to their half of the ninth inning. So Bears are going to have to come back with 3 outs to go. They did it in the seventh. They were down 2 runs, came back and won it. And new pitcher for Carl Albert is the first baseman, Tanner Norman, number 20. So he's coming over to pitch here in the ninth to try to nail it down for Carl Albert. So Bears will send pretty much at the same spot in the order that they went to when they went into the bottom of the seventh, down 2 and scored 2. One notch further down, Colin Thomas is going to lead it off. Colin 1 for 2 today. He's walked twice as well, so he's been on base 3 out of 4 times. Stole a base, scored the tying run there in the seventh. So he'll lead off the ninth for the Bears, followed by Golish, who's 1 for 4, and Williams 0 for 1, but he has laid down a sac bunt and reached on a couple of walks today. So good production from the bottom of the order from 6 to 9 today for the Bears. So we're going to lean on that one more time here. So Carl Albert leads at 6-5 here in a game that has gone 9 innings. Started at 10 o'clock this morning. It's been a good one, back and forth. Carl Albert took an early lead, 1-0 in the top of the second. Bears came back with 2 in the bottom of the second. Added 1 in the third and led 3-1 after 3. Carl Albert came back 3-2 after 4. Took the lead in the fifth, did Carl Albert, as the Bears went scoreless in the fourth, fifth, and sixth. Carl Albert added another one in the sixth, but the Bears got 2 to tie it at 5 in the bottom of the seventh. Now we've gone to the ninth, and Carl Albert notches a run in the top of the ninth, and they lead at 6-5. So Bears 3 outs to work with here, need at least 1 to keep the ball game going. First pitch is low and in, ball 1 to Thomas. So number 20, Tanner Norman. Tanner Norman on the hill. First baseman and cleanup hitter. 2 for 5 at the plate today. There's a foul ball, and it's 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike to senior Colin Thomas, Bear third baseman. Again, he's been on base 3 of 4 times today, 2 walks and a single. Curveball in there for a strike. That's a good one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Another curveball popped up in the infield. Second baseman coming in, Henson. He's got it. So 1 away. Brings up Carter Golish. Carter 1 for 4. Fly deep to center his third time up. Singled in his first time up. Scored a run. And he's 0 for 3 from there. So 1 for 4 overall. So Hollis, the senior. Here's the first pitch from Norman. Curveball, fouled out of play down the right field side. So Carl Albert 22-5 on the year. Bears 21-6. 2 really good teams here with aspirations to get back to the state tournament. Of course, this game not important in that quest, but just kind of a good test for both teams. It's not a district play not over yet. There's a grounder up the middle. Golish, backhanded, long throw. He beats it out. Base hit for Golish, his second of the day. So Golish uses those wheels. Brings up Jake Williams with 1 on, 1 out. So Golish represents the tying run. And Jacob 0 for 1 officially on the day, and he chops it up the middle. Could be 2. There's 1. Throw to first. Double play. Nice play there. That was a chopper up the middle that second baseman flips to Russell at short, and his throw beats him to first. Williams hustling down the line, but not able to get there. And that's going to be the ball game, folks. So a 6-5 extra inning win for Carl Albert over the Noble Bears today. Carl Albert goes to 23-5. Bears 21-7 now on the year. And so Bears showed some character coming back from a 2-run deficit there in the 7th, but unable to score in extra innings, and Carl Albert plated a run in the top of the 9th on a leadoff double and 2 fly ball outs. So finding a way to get that guy home from second are the Titans. And there's a reason that program is so successful, and it's that kind of thing right there. So they win it today 6-5, but pretty good ball game played by the Bears overall, with one exception being leaving 14 runners on base today, and that's the difference in the ball game right there. 14 left on base and losing by 1 run. So got to find a way to get those guys home. And so Stephen Gwynn's going to take the loss today. Tough loss. Only gave up 1 hit. It was the double, but then the fly balls that brought him around gives the win to Carl Albert. So that's going to be it for today from Noble, and we will be back here tomorrow. Bears play 2 tomorrow, I believe, starting at 5:30. Scheduled to play Midwest City, and then after that we'll play Sapulpa. So Midwest City, a team we've seen this year and won fairly easily on. Sapulpa, a good program from the Northeast, and so that'll be a test tomorrow night. So along the lines of facing Carl Albert. So we'll be back tomorrow. This is Randy Kersey at NobleBears.tv. We're going to clear out of the press box here. Next game getting ready. Players are out warming up here in the 5A Clash from Piedmont. So we'll see you tomorrow. So Bears lose a heartbreaker today, 6-5, but we'll be back for more tomorrow. We'll see you.
Family with Pioneer Smart Wi-Fi. Internet security is becoming more of a feature